Welcome to Perspective. Today, let's explore the story of a farmer who discovered the power of starting today instead of waiting for tomorrow. There was a farmer who lived in a small village at the edge of a vast, fertile plain. He had inherited his family's land, a patchwork of fields that had fed the village for generations. The farmer often dreamed of what his fields could become a place bursting with crops, providing for not only his family, but the entire village. He dreamed of building a farm that people would admire for miles around. But the farmer had a problem. Every morning he would wake up with the sun, filled with good intentions to start working early, to plant, plow, and water. Yet, as the day unfolded, his resolve would weaken. He would find reasons to put things off: first a cup of tea, then a little rest under the big oak tree, then a chat with neighbors. The work could always wait until tomorrow. And so, day after day, the fields lay untouched. Weeds crept in, and the soil began to harden. Seasons came and went, but nothing grew except the farmer's regret. One day, as the farmer sat under the oak tree, feeling the weight of his unfulfilled dreams, he noticed an old man approaching from across the field. The old man wore a worn hat and carried a walking stick. His eyes, though aged, sparkled with the kind of energy that seemed out of place for someone his age. "Why do you sit here all day?" the old man asked with a smile. The farmer sighed deeply. "I always mean to work, to make something of this land," he replied, "but there is always so much time. I tell myself I will start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes." The old man nodded knowingly. "Yes, the comfort of tomorrow," he said softly. "But do you know how many tomorrows you have left?" The farmer did not know how to answer. The old man leaned on his stick and looked directly at the farmer. "Come with me," he said. "I want to show you something." Curious, the farmer stood up and followed the old man across the field. They walked for a while until they came to a strange, unfamiliar place. It looked like his own fields, but everything was different. The soil was dry and cracked, the crops withered. "Is this a vision of my future?" the farmer asked, a knot forming in his stomach. The old man nodded. "This is what happens when you wait for tomorrow. Every day that passes without action makes your land poorer and your dreams more distant." "But what can I do?" the farmer asked, his voice trembling. The old man turned to him and said, "Start now. Not tomorrow, not later, now. The secret is not in waiting for the perfect time, but in making use of the time you have." With that, the old man disappeared, leaving the farmer alone with his thought. The farmer stood there looking at the barren land before him, feeling the weight of his choices. He realized that every day he waited was a day wasted, a day he could never get back. Determined, the farmer returned to his field. He picked up his tools, his hands trembling but resolved. He began to dig, to plant, to water. The sun beat down on him, and his muscles ached, but he did not stop. He kept hearing the old man's words echoing in his mind. "Start now." The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months. Slowly but surely, the land began to change. The soil softened, and the seeds sprouted. Little by little, green shoots broke through the earth, stretching towards the sun. The farmer worked from dawn until dusk, each day a small victory over his old habit. There were days when he felt tired, when doubt crept into his mind, and he wanted to stop. But he would remember the barren fields he had seen, and the wisdom in the old man's eyes. And so he would pick up his tools and keep going, knowing that every moment counted. As the seasons passed, the fields flourished. The crops grew tall and strong, swaying in the wind like a sea of green and gold. The village marveled at the transformation, and people came from miles around to see the once barren land that had become a symbol of hard work and determination. The farmer looked out over his fields with pride, his heart full. He had learned that the promise of tomorrow is a lie. We tell ourselves to avoid the work of today. He knew now that every moment is a chance to plant, to grow. From that day on, the farmer was never lazy again. He woke each morning with purpose, knowing that his land would only thrive if he did. And as the years went by, his farm became a testament. And so the farmer's story spread, a story of a man who learned that the secret to life was simple: to begin now and to never stop moving forward. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories here on Perspective. Until next time, keep moving forward and never wait for tomorrow.